All right, so you just finished your run. Here are 4 essential stretches when you're finished with your activity. First one is gonna be a wide-legged forward fold. So bring your feet wide. From there, find length in your spine, inhale up, and then exhale, fold forward. Keep the length in your spine. As you're coming forward, keep a bend in your knees, avoid locking out the joints. From there, fingertips towards the ground and start to release your head, neck, and shoulders. Let yourself fall freely down. You'll get a stretch to the back of the legs, but you also get a really good stretch through your low back. Help to kind of take away some of the compression that's happened in your vertebrae. Hold this for a couple breaths, and then you'll take a twist. Bring your left hand into the center of your body and reach your right arm up. And take a couple breaths there, and then do the same thing on the other side, finding a twist through the torso to kind of counterbalance all that frontal movement you did when you were running. Once you're finished with your breaths on both sides, you'll bring your feet in a little bit closer, and then you'll sink your hips down into a frog squat. This is a great hip opener. Strong hips, strong core, really makes for efficient running, but it also helps in your yoga practice. So ensure that you have a nice open hips in addition to strong ones. So press your elbows into your knees, lift your heart, find a long spine. You don't even need to take your shoes off and you're doing yoga. It's pretty great. So you'll hold this for a few breaths. After 4, 5, or 6 breaths, start to work into a runner's lunge. Bring your hands down to the ground, send your back leg long, and you'll let it rest down on the ground. From there, bring your foot a little bit wider than your hip, and you get a really good stretch to the front of your bottom leg, through the hip flexor and the quadricep. And you should also feel a little bit of sensation through the IT band on the leg that's bent. Take a couple breaths there. If you do want a deeper stretch, you can always bend your back knee, grab with your opposite foot, and pull your heel in towards your glute for a little bit more through the front of your bottom leg. After a couple breaths there, step your back foot forward and switch sides. Send your opposite leg long, let it fall. Be heavy through your hip, feel the stretch. Ensure that you're safe through your joints. Stack your knee over your ankle, avoid splaying out to one side or the other, and putting a lot of pressure on the ligaments around your knee. After a couple more breaths, you'll step forward into your frog squat and then make your way down onto your bum. The last stretch to finish out your post-run opening is to come down onto your seat and then lower down to your back. We'll take a happy baby pose. So you'll bend your knees once you're down on your back and grab for your ankles. Let your knees fall out wide, just like a happy baby, and you'll let your sacrum be heavy on your mat. This should feel pretty good through your low back and a nice compression through your hips and hamstrings to help stretch in that area. Take 6 breaths here, maybe 10 breaths here if it feels good. If your whole spine is on the ground, you can sway a little bit from side to side, getting a little bit more movement in the posture. After you're done with that, pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze, and you're on your way with your day.